Tracy Matthews from Flourish and Thrive Academy, and I'm so excited to be here today with Amber McCue of How to Clone Yourself.
Hello.
And today we are talking about outsourcing. Amber, I am so excited to have you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Yay! So I wanted to introduce Amber and tell you a little bit about what she does before we get started. So Amber is an entrepreneurial and small business consultant. She teaches leaders how to run their business and increase their bottom line. She's really a pro at helping leaders put their business strategies into action, and we love action over here. Amber has been there. She's had her own business, but she's also acted as a COO for some other companies, including really small businesses up to a $30 million company. So her favorite things are teaching people how to put leadership into action in their business and teaching people how to clone themselves, like we talked about earlier. So Amber, I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you again.
Thank you. My favorite
so
topic.
Should we get started with the questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do this. All right. So we have a lot of jewelry designers in our community. Some of them are just starting out. Some of them are really building their business and kind of emerging.
Mm-hmm.
And Robin and I love to talk about outsourcing a lot. However, a lot of jewelry designers think of outsourcing as producing their products overseas, and they don't really understand what it means. So I wanted to ask you, in your professional voice, to tell us a little bit more about what outsourcing really is, and why is it so important to helping us all grow our businesses?
Yeah, awesome. So outsourcing, like taking it down to the bare bones, is just taking any activity, whatever that is in your business, and getting someone who's not an employee of your company to help you execute that.
Right.
So the TSA, for example, the U.S. government outsources all of that work activity to a consulting company called Accenture. So it's just transferring, work activity from you to someone else to get some help. And it's so important to do, because to move ahead in your business, there is no way you are going to be able to do it all as you're growing. So you're delegating to elevate.
Delegating to elevate. I love that. So I would love to hear some examples from you about different things that can be outsourced, specifically maybe for a jewelry company.
Yeah. So really, as you think about your outsourcing list and what you want to outsource, it doesn't have to be your core area of expertise that you outsource. At some point, if you're building a large company, you might have multiple designers. You might have multiple people making the products for you. But to start, you can start to think about outsourcing activities that support the growth of your business, marketing activities, blog posts. I mean, if you're a subject matter expert on something and you write a blog post, the only piece of that blog post that you need to write is the content. Everything else can be outsourced, from like posting it on WordPress to posting it on social media sites once you write it, marketing, PR, finding who you're going to outsource to. Like, you can even outsource the recruiting of the person you outsource to. Like, you don't have to do anything.
I love it. So I think, and also, I think about my jewelry business and also Flourish and Thrive Academy and some of the things that we outsource. And I think social media is a big thing that people think, oh my God, like I need to do all this social media, but I don't have time, and it takes away from my business. I feel like it's a huge time suck.
And
I think social media is like a huge thing that can be outsourced really easily.
Yes.
And still keep you top of mind of all your people. Don't you think?
I totally agree with you. And you made a key point right as you started talking about this, like, oh, I don't have time to do all this. Like, you don't. And you want to be focusing on the activities that add the highest revenue to your business. Taking care of, yes, take care of your people, market, like develop content, and get help to make sure marketing happens while you're taking care of your customers or building and designing and creating.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that. So outsourcing can mean a lot more than just like having someone help you make your jewelry or
yes.
So there's so many different ways that can
and actually having someone to help make your jewelry is probably like one of the worst places to start, because it's so personal. Like you're creating something. Right people in there. Yes. So start easy.
So if someone was just starting out and they wanted to go about outsourcing, how would you recommend that they get started?
Awesome. Okay, number one, create a revenue plan. Like, create a budget. You know what your revenue is going to be, you know what your expenses are, you know how much money you're going to take home, and then how much money you have to spend on outsourcing. Oftentimes people like dive in and I just need help. Here, take it.
Yeah.
But if you create a plan, you'll be much more successful in the whole process, right? And actually, Tracy, businesses who create a revenue plan grow 3 times faster than those that don't. So like having this plan is just foundational.
That is an amazing statistic.
Yeah, it is. So we've all got to do that. Yeah, no problem. And then from there, you can start to make a plan. I'm going to list around what do you love to do, what do you hate to do, and then subset that hate to do list of like the easy activities that are potentially repeatable. Like you post a blog post every week, you post your social media updates following that blog post, or anything that's repeatable. Bookkeeping, like if you hate taking care of your finances, bookkeepers have systems in place for this. They can easily take that from you, and it's not necessarily a high dollar activity. Then once you have that sort of shaped, move into creating a rough job description, like how will this person be successful in helping you in the role? So you know how to measure that and create that relationship, and then start your search.
I love that. So can you recommend some places where people can go find what we call virtual assistants, like if they need stuff like updates and things like that for their, like maybe like uploading a blog post or
definitely
website updates?
Yeah, totally. The great place to go is odesk.com. I actually found one of my current business assistants on Odesk, and there are rates ranging from $5 to $10, $12, upwards an hour, but you can do this on a budget. Something that's key about that is just being clear and really interviewing, really making sure you find the right person. That it's a good fit. I mean, that applies anywhere, anyone that you're hiring. You don't just want to, WordPress? Okay. No. Ask some questions. Dig in a little deeper. As well as another, number one source for finding people is referrals.
Yes. Referrals are always great, and we were laughing before we started this call about how we've been referring our VAs out so much that we have to stop because they need to
Sorry, I was here.
Yeah, in fact, I just posted a writing referral for our group because a lot of times designers maybe don't feel very comfortable even writing. Maybe that's not their forte. So what I recommend to a lot of the people that we mentor is that they just kind of write an outline of how they see a vision, and they can have a writer shape it. And that for people who don't enjoy writing, that saves so much time, because for someone who doesn't like to write, it might take what someone takes one person 1 hour to do a whole day.
Yes.
So there's so many things. We should come up with a huge list and post it underneath this video.
Yeah, actually, I have a list I can share with you. We can do that.
Oh, you do? Oh, perfect. We'll just post it below this.
Great.
So you were telling me a little bit about operations and stuff before, and some resource that you have. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about where we can find you and what's going on next for you and some of the things that you offer.
Yeah, absolutely. I am. You can find me at ambermccue.com, and I have a ton of resources there. One of the resources that's available is how to create your operations manual. What the heck is it? And how to go through creating it, and really what are systems. And systems are going to be foundational as you're building and growing your business, having repeatable, systemized way of doing things, so you don't have to do it new every time, because that takes a ton of brain power. And it'll also help you grow as you're expanding your team. You can streamline that onboarding process. So I've got guides like that. One of my goals with my blog posts is to have actionable resources. So there are a ton of resources in my blogs. But I'm also coming up with, which I'm really excited about. You asked me, what's coming for me. I'm going through a rebrand on my website. And when that's up in April, there's also going to be a checklist or a quiz that you can take, how are your business operations running? And where can you turn it up and tune up? So there are going to be resources associated with that as well, customized to where you are and what you need in your business. So lots more to come. There's a lot out there now.
Actually take that test.
Yeah, good. It's fun. I'll be excited to see what you think of it. Let me know.
I will definitely tell you.
And actually, anyone, that's totally...
Every business always needs a checkup, right?
Yes.
So it's a continual process. It's not like you end up achieving some goal. It's like getting better every year.
It is, and it's totally an evolution. You might find that you get better, and then your business changes and grows, and you take a step back, and you need to reset on your operations. So that's a great point. This isn't like, okay, I'm done. It's constantly evolving. And anyone, I opened it up to you, but absolutely anyone who wants to reach out, has any questions about this, as I said, I love talking about this stuff. So anyone can feel free to email me or reach out, and I'll happily dialogue.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Amber, for being here. We'll definitely have all the links and everything below this video so that you guys can grab those and visit Amber on her website. Amber, thank you again so much for being here, and I'm so excited for some little partnerships that we have coming up for Flourish and Thrive and Amber McCue.
Thank you again.
Thanks again for being here. Have a good day.
You too.